Hi, my name is Floyd Evans, and I thank you all for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. I would like to draw your attention to the following two questions. Aren't real scientists evolutionists? Aren't all the important scientists evolutionists? Unfortunately, criticisms similar to these found on Institute for Creation Research are just a few of the many criticisms toward creation scientists. You see, in both the scientific and academic communities, there often is a lot of discrimination between scientists who don't believe in evolution personally and who instead believe that God created the world recently. And it's necessary that we aid these scientists and these teachers as they're being discriminated against. And my hope is that we can promote creationists and so that they can peacefully practice their science and help make discoveries for our world. And as I already mentioned before, there is a need for us to stand up. You see, there's the story of John Freshwater in 2011 to 2013 when he was a middle school teacher who was well loved, but was fired because he asked his students to think about the correctness of evolution. And he was accused of being indoctrinating children and not letting them think for themselves on whether or not they thought evolution was true. And that came from school reform. Also, there was Mark Armitage, according to CBS Los Angeles local news, who was a researcher who was able to find a dinosaur tissue that was very soft. And after being a trusted, well-known scientist for over 30 years, he was fired because he believed that this proved a young age Earth. The university that he was working for told him that his religion would not be tolerated, and they fired him because of his religious beliefs. The university was then sued. And so these are just two examples of how many people are rejected because of their God-given beliefs. Logically, this is a very wrong issue because there's many ways to practice science without using evolution. A New York Times article once explained the viewpoint of intelligent design proponents. They asked, what is wrong with finding a bacteria propelled with their flagella and with looking at the construction of an eye and saying that it looks like it was a design and so it must be designed? Also, New York Times goes on to explain that there are many scientists that do believe in God, but they see science as a way to know how the world works, not how we should live in our lives. There are many important creationists throughout history, such as Louis Pasteur, Johannes Kepler, James Clerk Maxwell, and Isaac Newton. Those are taken from Answers in Genesis and the Institute for Creation Research. Even the Smithsonian Museum, who takes a stand on the evolution side, states that religious people are very capable of making rational observations, and as long as the science they study is not subjected to only their religious beliefs, there shouldn't be a reason why they should be seen as invalid scientists or teachers. This goes to prove Theodosius Dobzhansky's quote wrong. Nothing in biology makes sense except in the light of evolution. That was from Britannica Encyclopedia. This is all. The discrimination of creation scientists is also scientifically wrong, as the late Phil Scull, a great scientist, believed that evolution was a very valid theory, according to Education periodical, but that its criticisms and the information that tested it was proven is necessary to help support the idea. Karl Popper, in his book, The Logic of Science, shows that the negative aspects of information are crucial to developing a theory and a law in science, and they help make a theory stronger. Also, this kind of discrimination is wrong legally, and many people are hypocritical toward this situation. Many claim that there ought to be a church and state separation, especially in our schools. However, Jack Wellman, a Christian author, states that there is much misunderstanding on this topic. He said that the U.S. laws do not prohibit the teaching of creationism. Rather, they would like, actually, theories that are able to be proven at least a little bit correct to be taught alongside evolution. And that was from Teaching Intelligent Design. In an article called Anti-Science in the Textbooks states that there's a hostile aspect of the scientific community that pretty much sees all people trying to support creationism as people who are trying to enforce their religion on children. Thankfully, there are ways to find a satisfaction to this problem. Two of the ways are to learn more about creation and the facts that support it, as well as the sharing of the information. These things are taken from the Institute of Creation Research and Answers in Genesis. Also, you can learn more about evolution and use the Bible as well as many other resources to find the different flaws and information that can test whether or not it is valid. A great book to read is by Carl Werner is called The Grand Experiment, which talks about the reliability of evolutionary theories. Answers in Genesis also recommends that you donate to them or that you can pray that people will not be hostile to creationist views. But do not forget to share your information with other people so that way people can grow less and less hostile. But whatever you do, please do not compromise. As Richard Dawkins said in response to Francis Collins, a man who tries to combine Christian beliefs and evolutionary beliefs in a funny way, I have more respect for a strict creationist. And that came from, are you with us or against us? And I can just see, if we just take the opportunity and the time to learn more about what we believe in, as well as if we share those ideas with people around us, then eventually people's hearts will begin to soften and we will have a chance to have more peace in the scientific community. All the time and the rage being used in all the debates and online areas will be lessened and to a smaller extent, so we can create more discoveries and do more thinking together. In the end, it's important that we take action and know why different people's beliefs are, different creationists' beliefs aren't inferior to the beliefs of evolutionists, and that we would pray and learn more about what we believe in so we can strengthen our faith. We should seek to have other people understand our side, and we should understand their side of this debate, so that way the controversy can shrink to a smaller size. And in the end, we can all learn together more about the world and how to study God's creation to help others. Thank you.